Namaste, namaste, family of light. Baba Sharon here. I'm going to say hello to the beautiful light workers that are physically here at the Cosmic Center of Spiritual Light. And we are located in Sarasota, Florida. I want to say hello to those that are on Zoom right now, and they're all coming on to Zoom in a bit. And also to our beautiful Facebook Live. And actually, our Facebook light workers that this goes out there into Facebook land for many people. They're going to see this later on, not while we're live, but at whatever time that you do see this, it's present time because we're above time and space, so it's always in the present moment. But anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. And, we're so excited that, we actually get all around the world. It's very interesting to see people who respond to this. And, sometimes there are light workers, particularly here, well, not necessarily in the West, but in our particular area, we just have a lot of light workers in this particular area. There's other segments all around the planet, but that's not the case in every place. And sometimes people find themselves that they're the only ones in their whole community that are light workers or have this higher understanding, and people think that they're crazy. And fortunately, because we are now expressing the fifth dimension through our technology, is that individual who say, who can I talk to? They can find somebody now through the technology to say, okay, I'm not the only one. There's somebody that understands me I could talk to. So, technology is wonderful when we use it, of course, for the positive, for the good. It's very exciting. Like anything else, anything can be abused and misused. But for our purposes, we use this to reach out to people literally now around the world, around the world. And without the technology, I would say beyond the world too, I suppose, but definitely around the world. Now, one of the things, just a quick topic I wanted to talk about is, we are now in what I call the season of light. It's Christmas, it's Hanukkah, it's Yule, it's Kwanzaa. There's many things around this time of year. And so let's just say where people now begin to think, of light, light and love. Okay, that's it. And whichever pathway that expresses itself. Now, one of the things, though, and I'm going to do a blog about this, is that also this time of year, as exciting and wonderful, and we had a Meadows Farmers Market. I just got to mention this yesterday. It was so phenomenal to see the joy of children because we had the Santa Claus and we had the little kids taking the picture with Santa Claus, and we also had the it was cookies with Santa, and with a little table and the little chairs and Santa at the head of the table, and they're all coloring and making cookies and showing Santa. The children's joy made the entire place light up. It was really the joy of the little kids and everybody. And we had this was a big hit. It was the globes, but it was like the big children bouncy ones. And so you walk into the little snow globe, and it has the balloons. I guess it has a little bit of air in there, so it has the balloons circling around. These little kids went wild. They would not. They said, "You have to come out now." No, no, they were just. They would. That was the biggest hit of everything, and it was just a joy to see the children having so much fun. And I'm like, look at the joy in these kids. All right, they haven't been on the planet that long yet. Remember your joy. I remember the Arcturians say, remember your joy. And it's that idea of that innocence and true joy, which is an expression of just unconditional love. It kind of brought us back to, oh my gosh, that's right. That joy and happiness. Joy is a spiritual component of love. Joy is a spiritual component of love. And that I was in a position where I could see the kids coming in. And of course, when the kids were happy, the parents were happy. And so that was, and then the vendors were happy. It was contagious. The joy was contagious. Every place I looked, people were smiling. They were smiling. And then we had the little follow Santa Claus with the golf carts and the kids with the stream. It was just phenomenal. They had the best time ever. We all reverted as little kids. Our inner children, our inner child was so excited to see that. So, one of the things that was so beautiful about it, I would say more than anything else, was to see, experience the joy that this event generated. And a shout out, to all of those that helped to make it possible, because it's definitely not an easy thing to do, but it was done and it was well worth it to see the joy of these little kids just having a wonderful time. So, the other thing I wanted to mention, though, on the flip side of that, this is also a time where people can get depressed, very depressed. This is a time where perhaps loved ones have lost someone in the year, and this is the first holiday or first season that that loved one is not there with them. You know, there's a lot of things too, like the stress at the end of the year and so forth. There's other things that take place that can be challenging for people. There's new agreements and contracts that start on January 1st, things that need to be completed by the end of the year. So this can also be a very stressful time just in general, not to mention, okay, what the matrix or the program is like: consume, consume, consume. It's nice to have a little something and a remembrance. We should do that all the time. But we do know that the agenda out there is to capitalize on what the spirit of this light is supposed to be. And that's when it turns very secular. And now they have so many things out there, like something Black Friday and Cyber Friday and all those kind of things over there to consume, consume, consume. It's nice to get some things and get for gifts and so forth, but then not to the point where you become so stressed. Okay, like I saw somebody said to me, they said, "This is my mother after." The meme said, "This is my mother after a holiday dinner," and she was sleeping, and she said, "This is my mother before the holiday dinner," and they had a T-Rex. She was like, because of the stress of having to have everything together, and we don't have to do it. It's a program. It's a program. So the idea behind this is to remember our joy. Remember, the season of light is about the joy, and to have the compassion of that Christ light. Okay, because you're going to run into people who may not be feeling joyful. They may not, and you don't know. And so I feel that this is an extra opportunity to have more patience. Like sometimes you see people, because of the stress, they're arguing or they're sensitive or whatever happens. I feel that we can be the ones that come in and just bring calm and balance to situations, which means we have to be calm and balanced. We have to stay into our calmness and not be triggered by what's the external that's out there. And also having that higher heart of compassion to realize there are people out there that they're going through a lot of stuff. They're going through a lot of stuff. And just being that person or holding that space, if you will, to embrace the joy that is out there, but also those that are in need and joy or can't find their joy, or, this is a sad time for them. Just know all the different things that are going on and say, well, what can I do? You can just hold that space of unconditional love and light. That's it. And somebody's having a stressful day. I just smile at everybody. Hi. Just smile. That's it. I don't have to engage in a conversation. Just smile. Or be in a position where you're not going to escalate a situation. You're just going to be calm and allow that to smooth itself out. And usually when you do that, it can smooth itself out without you having to be in that. Sometimes if you're just patient and wait, the situation resolves itself. It really does. So anyway, I think that's very, very important to remember that there are those, okay, that are having a hard time, maybe missing a loved one for the first time in a holiday season, or it could be a couple of years. This time of year, there's generally a lot of souls that leave the planet, something about towards the end of the year. So let's also keep that in mind and remember, as the Christ light, the divine Maitreya, but the higher heart of compassion and unconditional love. You don't have to take on everything. A lot of times when you see stress and things going on, it's not you, it's their issue. Why take on something that has nothing to do with you? You recognize, like, I'm not getting involved in that. Okay. No, that has nothing to do with me. That's yours. But everybody takes everything personal, and we don't want to do that. We just want to hold the light, the higher light, and just be as much as we can that calming and centeredness in a time of chaos. So, with that, I'm going to say namaste to our family of light on Facebook Live. We will see you next week and we will see you soon. Namaste.